In recent years, dining out has become very common, and there are many choices for restaurants. At present, about 2/3 of Americans go out to eat at least every other day. Eating out can save people time and energy, but it also consumes more calories, which brings health risks. In response to this phenomenon, we studied the article, Rejecting Responsibility. The physical involvement in obtaining food promotes unhealthy eating. This article points out that less physical involvement leads to easier choice of unhealthy food and larger portion. We are interested in this phenomenon and want to test this argument experimentally.
So we designed an online questionnaire. We set up two senses in the test. One sense, people get food from others, which physical involvement is low. The second sense, people take food by themselves, and the physical involvement is high. And in each sense, 3 different containers are provided, 100 gram, 200 gram, and 300 gram respectively.
We designed 2x2 model, healthy or unhealthy, more or less physical involvement. We designed an online questionnaire. So far, a total of 188 people participated in the survey, including 89 males and 99 females. And we designed 10 questions in our online questionnaire. So, we get the data. So we find when people were less physically involvement, they mostly choose chips. When people were more physically involvement, they mostly choose apple. And when people's physically involvement was low, they choose larger container of chips over smaller ones. When people's physically involvement was high, we found that their choice were pretty much the same as when they have low physically involvement. When people's physically involvement was low, we found that more people choose large portions of potato chips than large portions of apples, but those who choose medium and small portions of apples and chips were about the same. When people were high physically involvement, they still choose larger portions of potato chips than apples, contrary to the article's hypothesis.
From this data, we can draw a conclusion. Less physical involvement leads to easier choice of unhealthy food. It's true, but physical involvement does not have much effect on the portion of the food. This conclusion is different from the conclusion in the article.
We looked for reasons that made this experiment different from some of the results in the article. This difference may come from the gap between online and article testing, and perhaps most of the people we studied preferred potato chips.